person who represents the company in Saudi, somebody local who understands the Saudi market, understands the business, and also introduce this new brand to the Saudi market. Tell people I graduated with MBA and 2 children. Now with the YouTube, with the social media, with all this exposure, you see a lot of different models. And also I believe that if you put your head into something, your mind into something, you will do it regardless of what people tell you. For me, it's a new adventure every day. I'm discovering new things, new trends, new features here and there.
Hello and welcome to CIO News. I'm Khushbu, Soni, your host for the broadcast and chief editor at CIO News. This is our exclusive interview series with our Wonder Woman in Tech. This is a recorded session and will be available on our website, that is cionews.co.in, and our CIO News LinkedIn handle. It gives me an immense pleasure in introducing our guest for today on the series of Wonder Woman in Tech. She is Maha Shirah, the Saudi General Manager at Zbooni. Maha is a married Saudi mother of 2, a businesswoman and a creative artist. She holds a degree in finance with more than 15 years of rich experience working with various organizations. Maha is a hardworking entrepreneur, startup advisor, business consultant, and a professional photographer. Maha also founded She Works as the first licensed business hub for women, created and managed by a woman. She's a wonderful ecosystem and holds a great community of entrepreneurs. It is an absolute pleasure to have you today, Maha.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you for having me. And thank you for this introduction. I feel so humble.
I mean, with all the work that you've been doing, it's totally a pleasure.
Thank you very much. The pleasure is mine. And I hope from this interview, a lot of women will be encouraged to learn more and join the business world.
Yes, absolutely. So Maha, I wanted to put across the first question to you. Maybe if you can share a little bit about what does your typical day look like, being at a leadership position of being a general manager of an organization and being a mother of 2. What does your typical day look like?
Well, okay, that's it's not a hard question, but it's like a typical question that a lot of women face, especially regarding when you're becoming a mom. Usually you already have a full-time job as a mother.
Right.
And also when you have your own career, your own job, that's also, you're adding to your table, you're adding to your plate a lot. So a typical day, to be honest, would be like, first of all, I joined Zbooni in April 2021. So before that, I was my own boss. I was running my own company. So I determined when to go to work and how to work, and also try to balance between home and work. But working with Zbooni was also a great opportunity because they wanted a person who represents the company in Saudi, somebody local who understands the Saudi market, understands the business, and also introduce this new brand to the Saudi market with a twist, customized Saudization. So of course, my typical day is going to the office, meet with the ladies and my staff, my beautiful employees. Most of them are ladies, they're all local, and some of them are also moms. But I'm very flexible with working hours because I understand as a mother, transportation is a hustle. Getting your kids to school is a hustle. It depends on their age. If you have even one child, it takes time to balance and to be there for your child at the same time, also be there for yourself and your staff and your employer and your bosses. So like I said, I'm not particular about working from 8 to 5 and all these things. No, I care about productivity. And I noticed that a lot of these moms are more responsible and more accurate than the single ladies. No offense to single ladies, but again, my typical day would go to the office, meet with the ladies, assign some tasks here and there, follow up with the older tasks and the projects that we're doing. And then sometimes even we go home and follow up, we keep following up on the WhatsApp, which is a bad habit, but still work must go on. On the weekends, we try our best. Like I try not to work, and I try to tell also my employees not to think about work, just, give themselves a break and enjoy their family day.
Right.
And then we'll go back again to the same cycle the next week. At home, when I get back home, because of Corona, I still have a child who studies online.
Right.
He studies from 7 to 2. My other child goes to school on site because he's vaccinated. He's 14 now. So when they get back home, sometimes I'm not there because I get back later. I go back home at 4:30 or 5.
Right.
But we sit, we have a nice dinner. Sometimes we do some homework. I avoid doing homework. I hate doing homework, but we have to do it. We sit and talk about their school day, how has it been, and all these things. My husband sometimes also, if we're lucky, he's there. If not, because he's also busy working.
Right.
Nowadays, yeah, every member of the family is working. So
Right.
that's a good thing. Alhamdulillah, it's a good thing.
Right.
But yeah, we try to spend as much as possible as a family and be there for our kids because they're growing so fast.
Correct.
And this is something that I'm trying to enjoy as a mother.
Right.
When I'm at home, as they say, I wear the hat of being a mom. When I'm at work, I try to wear the hat of being the boss and try to put the mom thing on the side because they're at school. They're at this age, they're at 14 and 12. So
Right.
they're at this good independent age.
Correct.
Sorry. I think I spoke too much.
No, this is good. So good to hear. And I mean, it's lovely to hear the story of how, women are managing both the lives, and coming out very candidly is the best response that we could get. Awesome. My next question is, did you always know that you wanted to work in the technology space? If not that, then what else would it have been?
It's funny, actually, no. Okay, when I growing up in Saudi, of course, I went to high school in Saudi, university in Saudi, and even my graduate studies were in Saudi. So in high school, we have two sections. You either choose the literature or the scientific. So I chose the scientific because I love math and science and chemistry and biology, all these things. But when I joined university, when I applied to the university, during that period of time, that was back in 1997, 98, the fields of colleges that existed in Saudi for women at that period of time, we had computer science, okay?
Right.
But I was not interested in computer science because I didn't see any future. Nobody, I didn't have that mentorship. I didn't have that knowledge that what to expect in the world.
Right.
I was just focusing on which is easier, which is cooler, to join.
Right.
Medicine was cool, but it wasn't for me. So I joined the College of Languages and Translation. So that field was available for me. There were different fields like business administration, all these things, but they were not easy or even attractive to me. I found English as a very attractive field. So I graduated from the college, and then I started working in different fields. I worked as a second language teacher. I worked in a hospital as an interpreter, and then I moved to banks.
Okay.
Moving to banks, I worked in the audit department and then also in the investment department as a broker. I worked in international brokerage. I worked in stocks. I learned a lot about the business world and the stock markets, the bonds, everything related to business and the money, the financial institution.
Right.
And from there, I decided to continue my studies and study MBA, Master in Business Administration, because that field actually attracted me. I always wanted to learn more about business and how the world is functioning. How do you make money? Why are people rich and people are poor? What's the economy in different countries? Why does it differ from one country to another? So this made me, decide to take the MBA and specialize later on in finance at the university. It was an eye-opening. I learned a lot, and including one of the subjects that I studied is MIS, Management Information System. When you study MBA and business in general, they teach you that you can be a manager for any business in any field, whether it's technology, whether it's logistics, manufacturing, anything, because the common thing is the business itself and how to manage it, how to run it, how to do all these projects. And yes, and at the end of the day, any business in any field wants profit, wants to generate good income, and also to have consistency and continue growing and expanding and existing in the market. This gave me a boost that, oh, I can do anything since I have this business background. It's not a big deal. And if I can do it, anyone else can do it if I put your mind into it. And during that period of time, I was pregnant with my first child and my second child later on. So I tell people I graduated with MBA and 2 children. It was one of the toughest times of my life. But technology, again, during that period, we're talking about 2010, 2010, when the applications started to boom in the world. It was interesting for me, but it wasn't something that I was thinking about, working in. It was still new, this is one of the problems with a lot of people, not only us, is that sometimes we don't look beyond what we see. This is something I learned later on with time. But I knew that technology is going to take off because the Industrial Revolution just started like in the early 2000s. So people think that, no, it's going to take time like the other Industrial Revolution. No, the fourth Industrial Revolution is really fast. The turnover is really high. It's something that the human civilization didn't live before, didn't go through it before previously. So this is something special to our era, to our generation and our existence now. But yeah, again, I didn't think I'm going to work in technology, but nowadays, technology in everything, on your phones, in your lifestyle, even at home, you have a smart TV, smart fridge. The fridge is talking.
Yes.
We have a lot of smart things, and AI is everywhere. I mean, so I think no matter where we go, we're going to work in technology, whether we like it or not. I mean, even photography, which is art. Now we have NFTs, we have memes, we have all these artistic stuff that we never thought that will be their art, but they're now transformed into digital stuff. So it's in technology. It's part of technology.
True.
So technology is everywhere.
Everywhere. And it's growing, like you said. I think
it is growing. I mean, even fashion. I've seen dresses that are expanding and shrinking with micro robotics and micro stuff that was, or even printed with a 3D printer. Like, who can imagine printing a dress and a textile with a 3D printer?
True.
So this is technology. You can print food even. You can print your face on a cupcake or on a pizza. So it's like, again, now technology is everywhere. And even nails, now we have nice stamps on your nails.
Yes.
But yeah, I think women should think, not only women, I mean, people know that, even our children know that technology is part of our life. And whether you like it or not, you're going to find yourself working in it.
True. Very true. Awesome. Great. Great to hear you on that. My next question is, it's not a secret anymore that, many women are not there in the technology industry, or even if they are there, they felt that gender has affected or the way they were perceived or treated. Have you ever been in a situation like that? And if you were, how did you handle it?
Yeah, I mean, like the reason that a lot of women were not intrigued to join in technology, like I said, I remember in university seeing the computer science class in IT college. It wasn't, I didn't feel it was for me, maybe because also we weren't encouraged as women. We didn't have role models at that period of time. We didn't see a lot of women who are joining the tech field, even science, even different, like even rocket science, even research, different. There are typical male dominant fields,
Right.
but nowadays, I don't think so. I think now with the YouTube, with the social media, with all these, with all this exposure, you see a lot of different models. And
Correct.
and also I believe that if you put your head into something, your mind into something, you will do it regardless of what people tell you.
True.
I've seen a lot of women pass a lot of challenges in the world, like in Saudi specifically, if I want to talk about it. I think this is something common in the Middle East and even in Asia and Africa. We are raised that, okay, you get your education, your basic education, high school or whatever, and then you get married, you have kids, which is
Yeah.
okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's the norm. We bear the children in our womb, so of course we're gonna have kids. We're raising the family. We're
Right.
building the community. But not everybody. It's not everybody's cookie, as they say. It's not everybody's. So, but if you're good in something, we should encourage girls. If you're good in math, you should continue in math. Become an accountant or become in finance or even a math teacher. If you're good in biology, the same thing. So I think previously we didn't, not a lot of people had the opportunity to express or even to discover technology. That's why, and they were intimidated. A lot of women intimidated due to that. Is that, oh, no, this is too complicated, and also because of what they heard from men and people around them. No, this is too complicated for you. Actually, it's not.
Right.
Math, science, biology, technology, all these things are not that intimidating anymore. Even driving a car, which I found intimidating because I learned at a later age.
Right.
When you learn something at an early age, like 17, it's different when you learn when you're in your 30s or even or late 30s even. So it was intimidating for me, but yet I put my head into it that I need to learn how to drive. I need to do it. So I did, and I got my license and I passed. The same thing with technology. When I hear women tell me like, oh no, technology is something too much to do or it's really complicated, I said, you have a smartphone. This is technology.
Yeah.
You have a computer, you have a laptop, you have some tools in the kitchen. I'm sure they're using technology. So it's not intimidating. You just have to put your mind into it. I'm not asking you to do something very complicated. I'm not asking you to code. Even coding is not complicated anymore. YouTube can teach you everything, like I said, online. But yeah, being perceived that way, it has been for quite some time. But nowadays, actually, this mentality have changed. It took some time, but it has changed a lot because we have beautiful women, wonderful models, female models who are in this field and are doing great, and they have proven themselves. So yeah, and I'm hoping also that we become the next generation role model, and we prove them. Every time I go to university and we talk about technology and about entrepreneurship and business, and they say it's difficult, and I said, listen, ladies, I'm 42. If I can do it, believe me, you are younger than me, you are faster than me, you can do it better.
Absolutely.
I told them like some stuff my mom learned, and she's in her 60s. It's like, if my mom can do it, if I can do it, you can do it.
Correct.
Very simple.
Very true. Very true. Wonderful. Awesome. And what is the best part of being a woman in the tech industry for you, Maha?
Sorry?
What is the best part of being in the tech industry?
Okay. The best part is, for me, it's a new adventure every day. I'm discovering new things, new trends, new features here and there. It's like, for example, in our company, we have a business development team and also a product development team. So every now and then we add new features, new add-ons to the application that we're working on. And I'm actually amazed, like, wow, we can do this, we can add this. And every time we try to generate, like do a brainstorming session and talk about the challenges or even what is cool to add to this feature that will make the company better and even generate more income. And then transforming these simple ideas into, like I said, an add-ons or features or even a marketing thing or marketing campaign, whatever. This is actually very intriguing, very interesting. Just learning that humanity can develop such a small idea into something that you can feel and touch and use. This is by itself is intriguing and interesting and adventurous. And I'm learning a new thing every day. This is rewarding for me that I'm learning. I mean, previously with my previous business, I learned a lot about application, but working for an app company and being there in the background and seeing how it actually works is an eye opener. And it just blows my mind that, wow, we can do a lot of things with simple tools. Yes, simple tools in this age. Imagine what we can do if you expand. You can even, I mean, nowadays with their application, you can do remote videos, you can sell, you can buy, you can remotely move a drone, remotely open your door, check your cameras at home, check if your kids did their homework or not. And these are all simple applications, simple apps that are connected by the internet. So I can imagine a lot of things we're going to see in the future. Hopefully, a lot of good things.
A lot of good things, right? Awesome. My next question is, do you notice a lack of women? I mean, now that we see a lot of women in technology, do you still see that, women, we see a lack of women in tech leadership roles specifically? Do you see a challenge there?
A challenge in leadership in general. And this is not only in Saudi or the Middle East or even in Asia, it's even globally. I mean, I've seen it even in Europe, even in the US. Comparing men to women, yes, there are less women than men, but that is still changing and it needs time. Because again, these same women who are leaders, they're taking a big role in their life. And I think you don't reach that leadership position except by, gaining a lot of experience, your kids growing, you yourself, you're growing, you have this growth, this knowledge, all of these things. And I believe the nature of women themselves, they don't take these high roles, high positions, unless they are really 100% sure that they can accomplish. Because women tend to be perfectionists. Sometimes this is a curse, but it is their thing. I've read many studies that says that proves that. But again, I don't think this is going to be an obstacle. I think a lot of the countries, like for example, Saudi Arabia now is encouraging more and more women to take on roles in leadership positions as CEOs and as CEOs and even ministers. So we're going to see more and more women in leadership positions in different fields, not only technology. Technology is not the only challenging or one of the hardest fields. No, it's actually now, like I said, it's becoming a norm. But I've seen women, like I consider politics more complicated than technology. And yet we see a lot of women there, and they have taken that challenge and that role. So I think we just need a little bit more time and give these women time to grow and give them the opportunity to also to be empowered, because they still need support. Men and women, if you're from any party, you need support to be there, and also I think a lot of women are still shy It's part of their nature. They don't like to go publicly on social media or in the media in general. So they believe that they love to work behind the scene and see the progress that they do. Then, going out there and showing off and talking and all these things. There are still these schools. We have two schools: people who like to talk and people who like to work in the background. And I have respect for both. But I think, if we encourage them, maybe they will come out more and talk about their achievement. But I'm sure there are a lot of great women out there in different fields, but they just don't like to go out in the media and talk about it. They love the productivity and what they're doing, and that's it. This is more satisfying for them.
True, very true. I agree. In fact, yes.
And this is global. This is not only in Saudi, it's global. Yeah.
Global, very true. Great. My last question to you would be, Maha, what advice would you give to women considering a career in the tech industry, and what do you wish you had known in the beginning of your journey?
Okay, my advice to women who want to take a career in technology is that technology is a fast-paced industry, so they have to keep track of a lot of things, but also focus on the most important things. Like if you want to study a language or coding, you have to study on what is wanted in the market, not what is available, because it's an ocean out there. You can get lost. Just focus on the most important things, important languages. This is just an example, and try to perfect it. And no more excuses, because like in my time, we didn't have internet, so we had to go to schools to get that knowledge and education. But nowadays, you get the knowledge under your fingertips. So knowledge can come to you from the internet. Again, I learn new things every day from simplest websites, simplest tools, TikTok, YouTube, different websites, educational websites. And again, I keep saying, age is just a number. And if you want to put your mind into something, you can actually do it. And even the language is not a barrier anymore. Some people would tell me like, oh, I don't know English, I can't do it. You can learn English by learning technology. Once you pass that, because yes, coding, you're using the English fonts and English letters. It's okay. You're going to learn English and coding. They're both languages. Use that to your advantage. And there's a lot of videos that explains in your native language, whether it's English or Arabic or French or Indian or whatever. Just, there's no excuse. If you want something, it's going to happen. For me, something I wish I knew. It has nothing to do with technology and business. Something personal is that I wish I didn't worry as much as I used to. Like I used to be very tense and worry about the future and all these things. It's that I wish I told my younger self that stop worrying, everything will be all right. God created you for a reason. You'll find that reason. Just, go through that journey. Make peace with yourself, love yourself so that you can love others and give back to others, your community, your husband, your family, your kids. I think I would have told myself to be more patient and calm down.
I don't think we all women kind of face that. Right?
We always worry that, oh, what am I going to do? What's going to happen? I'm going to miss out on something. It's like, you're not going to miss out on anything. Everything will come on the right time, when you are ready, when you personally are ready. Yeah, I mean, I remember a lady, she told me like, oh, my kids are young. I missed out on a lot of opportunities, job opportunities. And it's like, are you physically ready to work? You have 2 babies. And she said, no. I said, that's why the opportunity is not for you. Be patient. Take care of your babies. Once your babies are ready and you are ready, you can go back to work anytime. And a better opportunity will come to you. It's like, don't worry. We believe in faith, in what God had, God designed a special plan for you. So just believe in God and have faith.
Correct. Very true and very inspiring, Maha. I think
Thank you.
Lovely insights. So good to hear from you on all these questions. I think a lot of key takeaways and learnings that a lot of women can take through this episode of ours. Thank you once again for taking out
Thank you.
time for us and joining on this episode of Wonder Woman. You're truly a Wonder Woman, Maha.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm really honored. Thank you for having me. And I hope to see the episode soon.
Yes, absolutely. We will air it soon, and we will. It'll be up on our website and LinkedIn handle. So we'll tag you on all the posts.
But thank you very much. And I'm sure you're going to host many beautiful, wonderful women who a lot of women would have common things, share a lot of things between. And this is what we need. We need more stories, more. And it's not only successful stories, also the failures. It's like we learn from our failure. Not everybody is born successful. This is not true. You don't succeed from the first time. You always try to walk, you fall, you trip, and then you try to walk again, and eventually you walk perfectly after many trembles and many falls. So and women especially need to know that. It's like nobody's expecting you to be perfect from the first time. You're already perfect as the way you are. You just, be patient and learn from your mistakes and other people's mistake, and
Growing.
catch on. Yeah, keep growing. Exactly.
It's true. Every day is a learning day, and I think that's for everyone. We all kind of need to be patient, keep calm, and
Yes.
take every day at a time.
Yes, exactly. And take it slow. Just,
I know.
live your day, enjoy your time, live your day, do some yoga, some meditation.
True, very true. Awesome, wonderful insights. Thank you once again, Maha, for joining us. Love talking to you.
Thank you too. Thank you very much. And yeah, have a wonderful day and a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.
You too.